This is the PL-89 Gematriatic Quantum Thought Calendar for Saturday. It's not Saturday now, but it's for the day of Saturday, which was today. It's actually early Sunday morning now. But Saturday, November the 15th, 2025, was the 24th day of Cheshvan of the year 5786. Gematriatic Quantum Thought Calendar. The parsha today was Chayei Sarah, and the Daf Yomi is Zvachim, Tractate Zvachim, page 62. This is a lunar and solar calendar, a Daf Yomi calendar, a Gematriatic Quantum Thought calendar, a Julian calendar, which is the calendar before the Gregorian calendar of today, and perhaps other calendars as well. And the way it works is that every day I look into the calendar and I see what day we're on, whether we're in, it's basically the sun and the moon, which is based on Psalm 72. Shemesh v'Yereach, Yinon Shemo, it's based on those verses there. That Lifnei Shemesh, Im HaShemesh v'Lifnei Yereach. It's that specific verse. Dor Dorim. You can see the whole Psalm 72. Really, it's about that. And so there's a box that represents the solar, which is the Gregorian calendar, and there's a box that represents the lunar, which is the Jewish calendar. So today was the 24th day of Cheshvan. So on this calendar, it would be in box. The number is 4. It's the 24th box, but it says 4 on the box because it doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't go like a regular calendar. It goes 8 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9. It's a sequence that's based on a verse in the book of Leviticus concerning the Shemitah year, sabbatical year, and it says that if people are concerned about not getting enough food during the Shemitah year because they won't be able to plant or sow or reap or any of those agricultural things. So the verses state that God will give a blessing to last for 3 years, 6th, 7th, and 8th. But what it says, something interesting, which I've always had a question on, why does it say that? It says you'll be eating from the 8th year until the 9th year, and then it stops there, 8 and 9. And why doesn't it include the 10th year? Well, why the 9th year? And I mean, you could just say it's 1 through 9, but what is that? But why? Like single digits? What does the Torah mean by that? Is there a secret behind that? What's the deeper meaning behind 8 and 9? You'll be eating from the new crop while you're still eating from the old crop. You'll be planting the new crop while you're still eating from the old in the 8th year, and until the 9th year when the new crop comes in. I think I'm paraphrasing it, but I'm not exactly sure. But it says the 8th and 9th year at the end there. So that idea was the inspiration for this calendar, because the parsha of Bahar is written the word Goel or Geula or different languages of redemption more than any other parsha, and so this has to do with the Geula, and the amount of time that it has is 90 days of time, which is itself connected to the first Redeemer, meaning Moses, of blessed memory, Moshe Rabbeinu. It says that when Pharaoh wanted to kill the baby boys, it says his mother hid him, Exodus chapter 2. The Hebrew words are Vatitzpenenu Shlosha Yerachim, and she hid him for 3 months. It's this period of time. And so the idea of 3 months came into play in different ways. For example, there's a planet that's known as Mercury, and what's published about it is that it orbits the sun in 88 of our Earth days. About 88, it's like 87.969 something, but it's basically 88, which is basically 90 days, more or less. If you said 88 days, that's more or less 3 months. So that's at the same time, and you might ask, what does Mercury have to do with this? Well, I'm not exactly sure, but let's just say there was a satellite, at least I'm going by published data, because these days you don't know what's real and what's not, but and they were documenting this thing called Bepi Colombo. And Bepi Colombo is it's not by NASA, it's by the European Space Agency and the Japanese Space Agency, and it was a mission to study the planet Mercury with several flybys of Earth and Venus and Mercury, and the span of it is from the year 2018, was October 20th of 2018, and it's going to complete its mission in December of 2025, which is just a few weeks away. That's what's published. Now, whether it's true or it's not true, it doesn't matter, because that time span is reflective of other things that happen. That's kind of like, it's like a two-step authentication method, is that if something is published and gives a date, I always corroborate it with other data, so that even if this thing is not real, it was connected with something that was real. So it could just be a time stamp in a way, and so Mercury's mission started in 2018, and that correlated in my own life with a major change which happened in 2018 of something that had been happening 10 years. For 10 years prior to that, I'd been in one sort of atmosphere, one environment, and then in 2018, just happens to be the year of this exploration of Mercury, was when I entered a different environment. Those who know me may know what I'm referring to. 2018, the mission is for 7 years, and which is correlating to another thing, the Dafyomi. See, it's not just one thing; it's a totality of things. The Dafyomi cycle is for 7.5 years. Every page of the Talmud is read, one page a day, and there's 2,711 pages in Daf Yomi, and so it's completed in about 7.5 years. And so that 7.5 year period, let's just say 7, but another half a year, okay, you can put that somewhere. But I'm saying it's at least 7. You might want to say in general 7 or 8 years, you might do that, but at least it's 7. Okay, so you're thinking of Shemitah, right? Shemitah 7 years. Then you're thinking of, you'll be eating your old crop until the 8th year. Okay, there's that. Then you have your Daf Yomi. You have your Geula. You have your Moshe Rabbeinu, 3 months. You have your Mercury, and the mission to Mercury, which took 7 years. You see how it's all circling around? I'm corroborating it. I'm not just saying one thing. So if one thing is wrong, it doesn't matter. That time stamped the other thing. And a few other things can't be wrong because if you believe in the Torah, it is based on belief in the Torah. But these are things that anyone can read. There's no dispute. When it says 7 years, sow your field, there's not going to be any dispute between anybody about the number of years. And it's non-ambiguous stuff. I'm not arguing any ambiguous things. Interpretations of what do you think, what do I think, So basically, today, the 24th day of, a little bit of tangent there, but 24 is right here. It's number 4. So the way you calculate is you keep adding 40, plus 4 is 44, 84, 124, 164, you keep going. And based on how much gematria you know, that's what's going to be calculated on that day. So, I mean, like, right, the first thing I know for 44 is dam, is blood. I don't know what blood has to do with today, but that's what would come to mind today, because it's 4. 44. 44 is the same as 4. Now, okay, 84 is what? What is 84? Is Sunday in English gematria. A equals 1, B equals 2, that. Sunday, okay, blood, Sunday, this, yeah, and the more you know, the more choices you have. I think 84 is also Chanoch. Did someone named Chanoch call me on Sunday? You see what I mean? You see how it goes? That's kind of the idea. So that's that. So the coordinates are H3. That's for the 24th day of Cheshvan. H3, it's going to be box 4 for the 24th day of Cheshvan. Now, for the 15th of November, it's going to be 7. 7, right? Because you start here. You count like a regular calendar. You count like from left to right. Numbers. By the way, there's also a way of applying it that you go from right to left. But if anyone there has studied out there has studied the 72 names, you'll recognize that it's the same format. It's the same columns and rows. It's 8 because it goes 8 and then times 9. 8 times 9 is 72, and there's 72 names exactly like this grid, which I had no idea that when I first started it. But basically, we're on the 7th today. Box 7, because it's the 15th. Now, when you get down here, you see the number 7. It's right next to the number 15. I have a sneaking suspicion that's connected. The reason why it's 7 here and today is the 15th is connected to why this 7 here is next to 15. But anyway, that's just a side point. But so 7. So what I would do is like 7. How do you make 7 work for today? You go 7, 47, 87, 127, 167, like that. And nothing really comes to mind right now. So got it right now. Yes, it did. What do we first read in the Parsha? How old was Sarah when she passed away? 127. That came out on box 7. And through the rule of 40, 127 equals 7. So there's an amazing example. That's like, I could just close up shop right now. That's exactly an optimal example of how the gematriatic thought calendar is supposed to work. It's an optimal example. Today, on the calendar, we saw the number 127, and you can locate it right here.